It's the final episode of Mario Party for Koopa Seaside Soiree. Although we do have the Bowser board after this, but this is the last of this series where I've been reading Kierkegaard. Oh, I never got a lottery ticket. That's unfortunate. I really hope Daisy does not get a star, because that would make me sad. Ooh. Let's see. Not my face. Okay, good. When I get up in the morning, I go straight back to bed again. Why do you even get up then? I would just lay in bed. I feel best in the evening. Well, it is 2:36 a.m., so I relate to that. The moment I douse the candle, pull the eider down over my head. I raise myself up once more, look about the room with an indescribable peace of mind, and then it's good night, down under the eider down. Not sure what eider down is. Perhaps a comforter. But I like going to sleep. What am I good for? Okay. For nothing or everything. What about just something? That is an unusual capability. I wonder if the world will appreciate it. God knows if the girls get jobs who look for positions as maids of all work, or failing that, as anything at all. So, are they talking about prostitution there, or am I just reading into it? I'm not sure. Prostitutes, what do you think? Is Kierkegaard referring to you? I don't know. I don't think there's any... Well, if I use the Mega Mush, do I get to choose which way to go, or do I just slip it? I don't think I get to choose. But I'm sad, because I have to pay the 5 coins, so I won't be able to buy a magic lamp. Oh, damn. Wait, who do I want to... Oh, I haven't been paying attention to where people are, so I'll just close my eyes and do it. I have no idea where I want to go. Waluigi it is. Wow, so Waluigi's definitely got the coin star, but... Okay, I think that works for me. Waluigi's got the coin star. I'm not sure if I have minigame star. I'm not sure if I have happening. I've landed on one happening space. I don't know that anybody else has. I have to say, I haven't mentioned it. That is a really big hotel. I hope not to land on a happening space again. Let's continue. Something about, will they appreciate everything or nothing? Oh, the girls, I don't know what that means. One should be an enigma, not just to others, but to oneself too. Should be. Ought. Okay. How do I become an enigma to myself? I study myself. Okay. When I'm tired of that, I light a cigar to pass the time. Bad idea. But passing the time, but he stands still with time. And think, God only knows what the good Lord really meant with me, or what he meant to make of me. Well, I guess so. You would know what he meant. The sorcerer Virgil had himself chopped in pieces and placed in a cauldron to be cooked for 8 days, thus to become rejuvenated. And then there's an endnote. Not sure of the validity of that claim. That would be pretty intense if Virgil indeed did that. I would not want to do that, but I guess I'm just not as cool as Virgil is. And I believe they're referring to the author of the Aeneid, which I haven't read. Dang it. The dang it is not because I haven't read the Aeneid, it's because I lost the minigame, though perhaps I should also read the Aeneid. In the Middle Ages, the Roman poet Virgil was thought to have been a sorcerer. Okay. He had someone watch out that no intruder peeped into the cauldron. Why? Guess it wouldn't have worked otherwise. The watchman was unable, however, to resist the temptation. It was too soon. Virgil disappeared with a cry, like a little child. I too have probably looked too early into the cauldron. Into the cauldron of life and its historical development, and no doubt, nice pun there about doubting, will never manage to be more than a child. Okay, so he's a child, and earlier A was talking about how he likes talking to children because they have the potential to be rational creatures. So I guess A has the potential, but then he doesn't because he'll never be more than a child. So Virgil So he's the watchman looking into the cauldron too soon. Okay, so I guess don't understand stuff is what it means by looking into the cauldron of life and historical development. Who knows? I have 0 coins. Oh, that probably Baby Bowser. Sorry, Koopa Kid did that. Well, I don't have any coins, so I couldn't even get the star if I wanted to. I could just do the Mega Mush, and then hope I squash Waluigi and Daisy for fun. And that would make sure I don't land on the happenings. Actually, this would be a good time to land on happenings, because I can't give any money away. Huh, I hadn't thought of that. The star's up there, Daisy can't afford it. Oh, Waluigi can. But I wouldn't be able to, because Waluigi's definitely going to get there before. Let's do the Mega Mush, just for fun, just because I like using items. Let others complain that our age is evil. My complaint is that it is paltry. He's always talking about other people are complaining about this, but he's too cool to complain about what other people are complaining about. Let's see. Oh, going down. Anything down here? Not really. For it is without passion. For earlier we were talking about desire. I guess it's sinful and boring. Might be related. People's thoughts are thin and flimsy as lace. They themselves are as pitiable as lace makers. Pretty rude to lace makers. What do you got against them? Their thoughts in their hearts are too paltry to be sinful. You don't know about the thoughts in my heart. For a worm, it might be considered a sin to harbor such thoughts. Worms can sin? Can they be redeemed? For a worm, but not for the human being shaped in the image of God. So, oh, and earlier we were talking about, in order to attain something, you have to oppose it. So, and through sin, you can find salvation. So maybe part of the reason why we don't find salvation is because we don't sin enough. So I gotta be a bad boy. I gotta do some super sinning, not baby paltry sinning. Their desires are stodgy and sluggish, their passions sleepy. But A said that he liked sleeping earlier. What's wrong with sleepy? They do their duty, these hucksters. Oh no. Oh no! Is this anti-Semitism? These hucksters, but like the Jews, they let themselves clip the coin just a little. Wow. A. Fucking A. Why you gotta do that? No need. No need to be rude to the Jews. They're doing their best out in this world. By the way, it is 2:44 a.m. I want to focus on getting the coins. So, we're gonna... Oh no! That is really sad. Oh, come on. That was just cheap. Like the Jews. I got Jewed in this game. So sad. They think that however well the good Lord keeps his books, they can still get away with cheating him a little. Fie upon them. That's why my soul always reverts to the Old Testament and to Shakespeare. So, he's roasting the Jews, but he likes the Old Testament, I guess. There at least one feels that it's human beings talking. There people hate, people love, people murder their enemy and curse his descendants through all generations. There people sin. But not the New Testament, apparently. Nietzsche also greatly admired the Old Testament, but hated the New Testament. Not to say that A hates the New Testament, don't know, but interesting. Oh, do I have to? Gosh, frickin' darn it. Oh well. Well, I do get another chance. Oh, and I did land on a happening, and I said I wanted that. But at what cost? Yeah, Nietzsche really likes the Old Testament. He says there you will find a people. He says that in, I think, passage 52 of Beyond Good and Evil. Probably some other places, too. I divide my time thus. Half the time I sleep, the other half I dream. Like that. Wasn't there... They were talking about dreaming earlier. What was it about dreams? Dream. I don't remember. When I sleep, I never dream. That would be a pity, for sleeping is the height of genius. And genius isn't... dreaming? Not sure. Could be, because, at least in the one case of Samuel Taylor Coleridge, Kubla Khan, he had a dream, and then he wrote down a poem, which is supposed to be super cool. Maybe Kierkegaard didn't know about that. Being a perfect human being is, after all, the highest goal. Now I have corns. That's always a help. Corns in his feet helps to become perfect, so that he can sleep or he can dream, because this is part of the same passage. Oh, I see. I think some of this, I haven't really mentioned any of this. It looks like if the brackets with the dots, the ellipses, some of these, this might be slightly abridged, so there could be stuff missing here. The best proof adduced of the wretchedness of life is that derived from contemplating its glory. Very Pascalian, talking about the wretched of life, is contemplating its glory, because the glory is so out of reach, probably. We're not just worms, and yet our sin is so wormful. Come on, Waluigi. I gotta pop your buns. Pop, pop, pop! This is a challenging minigame on both sides, in my opinion. This is what it feels like to live in the modern world. This is the wretchedness of life. I'm gonna beat your buns! It's so hard to change directions. Just like in life. Ooh! Got it! That was sick! Daisy bumped into Waluigi. Right into me. Most people are in such a rush, like those quick people we were talking about earlier, to enjoy themselves. Premature ejaculation, maybe? That they hurry right past it. Ooh, they don't appreciate. They gotta take it slow. But then also, A stands still in time, and he doesn't seem to like that. So you can't be stopped, but you can't be quick. So you gotta just leisurely stroll. They are like the dwarf who kept guard over an abducted princess in his castle. Who's the princess? Who's the castle? Don't know. One day he took an after-dinner nap. When he woke up an hour later, she was gone. Quickly he pulled on his 7-league boots, and with one step he had far outstripped her. Okay, so I guess the princesses are happiness? Sure. And A was saying earlier how he wanted to save a princess. And he was talking about giants and dwarves. He really likes that folk literature. Oh yeah, lottery. Lottery. Let's gamble. Pascal's wager. Cool. My soul is so heavy that no longer any thought sustain it. Any thought I think that's might be a typo. No longer can any... Oh, no, wait, my bad. That no longer can any thought sustain it. That's correct. No wing beat lift it up into the ether. If it moves, it only sweeps along the ground like the low flight of birds when a thunderstorm is brewing. What is the thunderstorm? Melancholy? Maybe. How empty life is, and without meaning. We bury a man, we follow him to the grave, we throw 3 spades of earth on him, we ride out in a coach, we ride home in a coach, we take comfort in the thought that a long life awaits us. But how long is 70 years and 10? Why not finish it at once? Why not stay out there and step down into the grave with him? Well, that's a bad way to kill yourself. and draw lots for who should have the misfortune to be the last alive to throw the last 3 spades of earth on the last of the dead. That's probably not necessary if you just want to kill yourself. You can all just do a group suicide. That's very cult-like. I wouldn't recommend it. Wretched fate, in vain you paint your furrowed face like an old harlot. In vain you make a racket with your fool's bells. So the old oh, what the hell? What do I have to press? I have no idea. I'm sorry. I think I was either supposed to hold A or mash A. I couldn't figure it out in time. Yeah, who are we? Fate's trying to impress us, I guess? Trying to get us to fuck her? I don't know. You bore me. It's always the same. An idem par idem. End note there. Probably idea by idea. If I had to guess. Let's see. The same and the same. It's all the same. No variation. Always a rehash. Come, sleep, and death. Come. And we were talking about earlier how after fertilization, insects die. Wonder if that's a pun in Danish, mayhaps. You promise nothing, you keep everything. Fate. Mean old fate. Like those hucksters. A fire broke out backstage in a theater. The clown came out to warn the public. They thought it was a joke and applauded. He repeated it. The acclaim was even greater. I think that's just how the world will come to an end. The general applause from wits who believe it's a joke. Ooh. That's kind of what happened to Trump. Honestly. I know it's very over-dramatic to say that Trump was the end of the world, but it's kind of true. Everybody took it as a joke. That's the wits took it as a joke anyways. But who is this clown? Suppose it's A, or Kierkegaard. Whatever can be the meaning of this life, if we divide mankind into 2 large classes, we can say that one works for a living, the other has no need to. But working for one's living can't be the meaning of life. To suppose that constantly procuring the conditions of life should be the answer to the question of meaning of what they make possible is a contradiction. Okay? Usually the lives of the other class have no meaning either beyond that of consuming the said conditions. To say that the meaning of life is to die seems again to be a contradiction. Trying to figure out the meaning of life. What would it mean for life to have meaning? Not sure. The real pleasure consists not in what one takes pleasure in, but in the mind. If I had in my service a humble spirit when I asked for a glass of water, brought me, hold on, I have focus on kicking these balls. Balls, balls, balls. It's my balls. Balls, balls, balls. Why not? We're at the end of the episode. Might as well start singing. Balls, balls. I like balls. Kicking balls. Okay. When I asked for a glass of water, brought me all the world's most expensive wines, nicely blended in a goblet, I would dismiss him until he learned that the pleasure consists not in what I enjoy, but in having my way. I don't think that's true. But this is A talking. What do I know? I don't think that's how I feel. So it isn't I who am master of my life. I am just one of the threads to be woven into life's calico. Well then, even if I cannot spin, I can at least cut the thread in 2. To divide the self between the aesthetic and the ethical, between the either or, I'm not sure. I seem destined to suffer every possible mood, to gain experience in all directions. But melancholy was the most faithful mistress, so I guess that direction in particular seems to suffer. Or it's the suffering that's constant. Suffer every possible move. So you suffer being sad, and you suffer being happy, and you suffer being angry, and you suffer being bored. So much suffering. It's kind of sad. I lie every moment like a child learning how to swim out in the middle of the sea. I scream, which I have learned from the Greeks, from whom one can learn what is purely human. But he said earlier that he read the Old Testament and Shakespeare. They aren't Greeks. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. I think this crashed. Do we have a problem here? I'm pressing a button Maybe my controller. Wiggle it. Hold on, technical difficulties. Who won the game? I don't know. What's happening? It won't continue. This is the saddest thing that's ever happened to me. Let me try unplug, plugging controller. This is just embarrassing.